the two and say, oh, maybe that wasn't Damian Wayne's in.
I just
whatever Wayne.
Well, I'm just saying what I.
There's so many Wayne brothers. Pick one.
That's a good point. But I actually saw the movie, Scary Movie. I actually own it, and he said, "I see white people." I remember that very clearly. But that's a good point.
But the copy you have now doesn't say that, right?
No, no.
So going back to the bigger picture of things, earlier I asked you about the shape of the planet, and you said that we don't know and that we haven't been to space, and so we can't prove that. What about the
visual?
Yeah, what about the evidence that we get from like places like NASA, because they've taken pictures of the Earth? What about that? Don't you trust?
Well, they already said that it's a composite and it's not a real picture. It's a composite.
But it's a composite of a real Earth. You know, like composite is meaning they're taking many pictures and they're putting it together. But the pieces that they're putting together is of a real planet.
No, it's not. Means. There's also no. I know what composite means, but it's also done. What researchers have found is where the clouds are stamped over and over and over again identically in this massive area on their so-called picture. Why would you restamp the same pitch or same clouds?
Let me ask you a question.
There's duplicates.
Well, it may be from it. This is just my opinion, but they may have done that when they're piecing the composites together. It may be just an overlap of one of the other pictures. But let me ask you this question: If they have the capability of making a picture of Earth, right, CGI wise, if they were going to fake a picture of the Earth, why tell people that it's a composite and not just that they had a satellite go up high enough to take a real picture of the Earth and not have to bother with anything like that? They openly come out and say it's a composite picture because they can't get the entire planet into the picture.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. So what's your question?
My question is why don't NASA just create a Earth picture, a picture of the Earth, and say this is the Earth? It is not a composite. We were able to go up high enough to take a picture of.
Because they can't. True, they can't. So in case they get caught in a lie, they can say, "Well, it's not a real picture, anyways."
Well, actually, believe it or not, there actually is a full. First of all, you admitted that those are the composites are comprised of individual pictures, real actual pictures. It doesn't have to be.
That's what they said.
Right. So there is actually. There actually is a real picture of the Earth, not composite, but actual the whole photograph of an Earth from Lagrange point 1 from the Discover satellite, which is about 900,000 miles away. It's close to 1 million miles away. Lagrange 1 point, wherever that is. It's approximately 1 million miles away. But they actually have taken a picture of the full Earth from Lagrange point 1 using the Discover satellite. So that's not a composite. That's an actual full image.
You can believe whatever you want to believe. That's fine. I'm not here for flat Earth. I mean, if you want to debate, I mean, I should have known about that.
Oh, I know. I'm
not here for that.
I'm throwing it on you. It's just because I'm curious as to why. It's not to try to trap you in anything or to move in that direction. I like the bigger picture is that the Mandela effect is tied to a sort of distrust for other agencies that are doing things.
No, it's not. It's not. It has nothing to do with that at all. And that's why I said at the beginning it's not a conspiracy theory. It has nothing to do with flat Earth. It has nothing to do with the government purposely doing anything. I said it's a bleed through because they're messing with things that they shouldn't be messing with.
Right.
And this is the effect from that.
That's my point. You're saying that they are messing with things. That by definition is a conspiracy theory. You're saying that someone else is behind what's happening. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about.
What she's saying is that
I can't hear you both at the same time.
She's roboting. They're doing experiments. That's a fact. They are colliding things. That's a fact. They don't collide Higgs particles. By the way, it's not a boson accelerator. It's a hadron accelerator. But they collide particles. Yeah. But you said something about taking God particles and throwing them together. That's not what they do. But I thought it was a minor point. But they do experiments there. But the conspiracy, what Kyle's saying is the conspiracy theory is coming in where you're saying that those effects are having effect on reality. That's conspiratorial.
Right.
That's where the conspiracy comes
I'm saying that you you asked where do I think this could be happening from, and my opinion is CERN, and so is a lot of other people's opinion, and they don't deny what they're doing there.
Well,
they freely talk about what they're doing there. So.
A lot of people can be wrong, don't you think?
Well, they even say that they're messing with stuff.
They are messing with stuff.
They even tell.
They are messing with stuff.
Nothing can change reality.
Every lab in the country is messing with stuff. You know that everything that you do has a reaction.
Exactly. But there's
a thing called Kyle's razor, right? Kyle's razor states that of two given situations, the dullest is the most probable, right? So couldn't it be that instead of reactions from big hadron colliders, it could be just the simple answer as people just remember wrongly?
No.
Why not?
I don't agree, because I know my memory, and other people would think that they know their memory, and for you to say that is kind of insulting. I mean, everyone's.
Well, I don't mean to insult you, but I'm just looking at this situation. I'm trying to do it objectively, because the examples that you've given, some of them are me, my misremembering things. I misremembered Steve's name the first or the second show that we did on NonSequitur. When we came on, I couldn't remember what his name was. It just wouldn't come out. But that wasn't. I didn't go, well, there's obviously that's from CERN. It was just that my memory failed me then. I just had a brain fart.
Just that as an option is silly. I mean, come on, you can't remember his name. Why would you even want to blame that on CERN? Obviously, that's you. I mean, there's a difference.
I'm going to agree with you. There's a difference. If you thought my name was originally like Stephanie all this time,
I'm bringing up the bigger point that our memories sometimes are faulty. Our brains do weird stuff. Our brains do weird stuff.
Yeah, but what you're talking about is your individual memory. What I'm talking about, could be millions of people that agree with these things.
Right, but out of
you're not going to. It's have a million people.
It's a numbers thing. It's a numbers thing, Rose. Out of the billions of people that are on the planet, you're obviously going to have a large subset of people that misremember it.
Well, a lot of people never even heard of this, so you can't say that. I mean, how many people in India have heard of the Mandela effect? How many people in Africa have heard about the Mandela effect?
They just call it, I forgot, or I misremembered. They have it. They just
a lot of people don't even know it changed. No, a lot of people don't even know it changed. They don't even know until you start asking them questions, and then they go, "Oh, wow, I remember something else." A lot of people don't even know. So that's not. You can't use that as a point. It's not.
Okay, Steve.
Good try, though. Good try.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you.
Yeah.
Caroline says, what does Rose think about the Statue of Liberty? What's the...
Well, the Statue of Liberty, there's a lot of things behind that. That's actually supposed to be a statue of Lucifer, the light barrier. That's why it's holding a torch, and it looks like it's male and female. So it's like supposed to be a symbol of Lucifer. And then everything of the building is 33rd.
The Statue of Liberty is
I have not heard this before.
An androgynous statue of Lucifer.
Well, that's what Lucifer is, yeah.
Well, okay.
Okay,
yeah.
Why?
So why would
But this has nothing to do with Mandela effect. Okay. But if you want to talk about conspiracy theories, I thought
she was asking about Mandela effect. That's what it was, but maybe there's more to it.
She's talking about. Oh, okay. That it's not on Liberty Island anymore. It's on wait. It's not on a certain island anymore.
It's on Liberty Island. That's what.
Yeah, but it used to be on Ellis Island or something like.
Well, the whole thing is Ellis, but the where it's actually at is Liberty Island. That's part of Ellis, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but it was called Ellis Island, and even for
it still is Ellis Island.
But
it's something though. I don't have. Yeah, but they're saying that it wasn't called Liberty Island.
They could be just wrong.
Okay.
Well, there's also tourist papers like they hand out to people to go do tours, and it doesn't say Liberty Island. It didn't say that.
Well, because it's part of
and they have to. Look, I don't know.
It's like
I don't write that one down right now, but I did hear about
New York, part of New York.
I never really studied it. I've just heard about it.
I don't know this one either. So that's why I was asking.
Do you think it's possible that the Mandela effect can kick in and make us forget that Trump was president? Can we write CERN and see if we can make that effect happen?
I don't really care if he's president or not. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, well. Because
he's just a puppet like anyone else that would be in there. So
I looked it up because I am curious because I like to check things out.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
The reason being is Ellis Island, as of 1965, became part of the Statue of Liberty National Monument. So the Statue of Liberty is on Liberty Island, but the Ellis Island, which is the gateway from which immigrants would come through, right? That was the inspection station. That became part of the Statue of Liberty National Monument only as recently as 1965. So there might be some reasoning to that. Interesting.
So, Steve, what do you think, Steve?
About the Lucifer thing? About the Mandela effect?
About the entire thing as a whole.
I think the Mandela effect is 100% just the fact that we have poor memories and that we remember things differently. And there's a couple different things. There are many instances of these things printed in different ways, like I explained with the interview with the vampire. It was printed in Interview with a Vampire. So when people say, well, I know I've seen it with Interview with a Vampire, they probably did. It probably was printed somewhere because overseas that's how it was billed. And also when things are replayed so many times, we tend to put it part of our zeitgeist, right? We part of part of our narrative. So even though like the Skywalker thing where he says, no, I am your father, a lot of people you would say, no, Luke, I am your father, right? But that's not what he said. He said, no, I am your father. He didn't even say Luke's name. But people hear it over and over and over again. So.
But they talked to the guy that played Darth Vader, the voice of Darth Vader, and he said he got the script, and when he saw in the script, this is from his voice, he's saying this in an interview, that when he saw Luke, I am not your father, he was like, oh man, I'm doing this movie. This is great. He said that. Now, are you telling him his memory is wrong?
Could possibly be.
Oh, come on. Oh, my God. Come on. Look, it's from the guy who...
Celebrities can make mistakes. Celebrities can make mistakes.
Look at the script. He has the script. He never showing the script. When he was talking, they were showing the script, and in the script it said Luke. Come on. Get out of here.
Maybe look, Rose. Maybe
okay.
Here's an idea. Maybe it was in there originally, and they changed it last minute.
Possible?
No, he said it
because it wasn't in the movie.
They play in the movie. Okay. What color is Hitler's eyes?
Black from the photos that I saw. Black like his soul.
No idea.
You don't know what color Hitler's eyes are. Let's ask everybody.
Hitler didn't exist in my reality. Who's Hitler?
Okay, let's ask everybody.
I think I know where you're going. I think you're going to say that they're blue, and that's because this is an easy answer. That's because he wanted to build a race of blonde-haired, blue-eyed children.
But they're brown?
He didn't have blue eyes. He had brown eyes. And I always thought it was odd that the master race, was blonde hair and blue eyes when he didn't even have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Right.
Now, Hitler has blue eyes. So explain that.
Well, okay.
Why does Hitler have blue eyes now?
That would go into if he really had blue eyes, that would go into why he wanted to build a race of people that were blonde hair.
He didn't have blue eyes.
He had brown eyes.
No, there's photos of him. There's moving pictures, movies. He had brown eyes. Period.
Okay, so all right, there's the explanation. People associate him having blue eyes with his desire to have a race of people that were blonde-haired and blue-eyed.
No, everyone knew he had brown eyes. Right now, if you look at the picture of Hitler, he has blue eyes. He didn't have blue eyes before. They were brown.
So which is correct?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I have no idea.
Well, they were brown. Now they're blue. They're brown, and now they're blue. Any white supremacist would know that Hitler had brown eyes, not blue. Anyone.
Okay.
I mean, come on, just know your history.
Right. The pictures of him
Kid
though
brown eyes.
are black and white.
Yeah, but you can still